I'm butterfingers this morning. I'm all over the mouse. Good morning, gang. It's Monday, the 23rd of July, 2018. Welcome to this morning's United Kingdom talk of what is appearing to be like a nice, bright new day once again, gang. I've already been out watering the plants as I did last night. Look at this. Look at this lovely card. Auntie Brenda sent me £50. You see, even at my advanced years, you still get little gifts now and again from aunties. There we are. My Auntie Brenda was my mum's sister. There were three of them, you see. There was Auntie Brenda. I don't know who's youngest, actually. Don't know. There was Auntie Brenda, my mum, Bridget, and Uncle Michael, you see. There were three of them, and Auntie Brenda's the last one left. She sent me this little card with Spitfires and all that on. Because where my caravan is, which is where my sister lives, they have an RAF. They have RAF places there. And planes, tornadoes fly over my caravan. The whole thing shakes. It's the only time my caravan ever shakes, I'm afraid. Yes, good morning to you, gang. So I went swimming last night. After we had a little chatette yesterday afternoon, I had a sleep and then I had a swim at night time. There's a very different atmosphere up at the swimming pool at night time, I notice. Generally, certainly not so much the ladies. I don't really pay much attention to the girls. I'm sorry, ladies, when you're walking past me in those skimpy little bikinis like they do on Love. Why don't they wear clothes on Love Island? Is there some sort of reason for that? You know, and sometimes I see these people, not so much the blokes actually, but the girls. I mean, they say it's a swimming costume. How they've got the audacity to charge money for such a small piece of material, I shall never know in all my life. There's basically a lot of these women's bikinis on TV shows like Love Island consist of a very small triangle of material, which no doubt they charge about £25 with a couple of strings attached, which have clearly been coloured the other side so as to match a small triangle of material which is at their front part. What's all that about? How on earth do they charge so much for such tiny pieces of material? Oh, you could extend that. We're already doing it. We're seeing that with the food now, aren't we, dear? They're doing it with the food. Downsizing all the time for the same amount of money. Shocking. And they hide behind the thing. Oh, yes, but it's a bar of chocolate. So if we give you less for the same money, it will be better for you. Well, don't be conned into any of that. Talking of bars of chocolate, look what I've got. On my way up to Lincolnshire later on today. Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to this. I'm going, oh, hang on. If I leave that in the car, it might get warm, mightn't it? Oh, that'll be all right. I'll have the air conditioning. Well, I don't have the air conditioning on the car. Honestly, very, very rarely. Do you know how much that costs to have air conditioning on in the car? Probably costs me about 5 miles in petrol. I don't think so, dear. We have the windows open. The only time I slightly lie there, I do close the windows once I get to sort of Chiswick. Because it stinks, especially as you get further and further into London. It just stinks of pollution and fumes and ghastly people who don't shop at Waitrose. They're walking around everywhere in London. You can spot them a mile off. Awful people. So I have to do my windows up in the worry that if I don't, a bag of acid could come flying through while I'm on the Euston Road or somewhere like that. Ghastly people. Awful, dear. That and the fumes, so I keep the windows fully done up as I travel through London, yes. So, where was I going with that one? I can't remember. So I had my swim. Then I had to go up and visit up to my mate's house. He's on holiday at the moment in Turkey. Looks very nice, actually. They've him and his delightful brother who drives a black cab. A proper taxi driver. None of these Uber... who can't even speak a word of bloody English, dear. Well, they're up at the windscreen like that, aren't they? One arm on the steering wheel, watching a programme on the mobile phone, hooked up to some sort of television device on the other, and the sat-nav on the other, while they're driving along Euston Road, 10 mile an hour, all got to turn left, suddenly, like that. Ghastly. No, he is a proper black taxi driver who knows how to drive. And I said to you the other day, have you ever seen a black taxi in an accident? I bet you haven't, because I haven't. They are the most fantastic drivers. Yes, okay, so they pull over now and again on the road, but they never hit anything, do they? They never, ever hit anything, black taxis. Fantastic drivers. That's what his brother does. And his wife, Cassie, and they got children, one who's just had his 17th birthday, and they're on holiday at the moment. They hire a big posh villa in Turkey. Turkey. You ever had a Turkish haircut? Oh, they're wonderful, dear. Bzz, bzz, and the flame. I tried the flame once. I thought I'd be able to do it. Actually, it was me and my mate. We tried to do the flame. What we got is one match, okay? Ladies, if you don't know this, what we get, men of a slightly advanced years, we get hairs growing out of our ears, and these must be extracted somehow. They must be extracted. I love that word, extracted. But what they do in the hairdressers, they have this flame thing, which is like a very large cotton bud, I suppose. Okay, and they dip it in some sort of methylated spirits. Probably a few of you watching the show at the moment are on methylated spirits this morning, are you? We all had a couple of little drinks of the old meths this morning. Is Gustav with us? He's usually on the meths by this time of the morning. And they light this thing and like that. Well, I thought I'd be able to do it with a match. I don't think so, love. Didn't work. Every time we went close, when we went like that with a match, it just went out. So then we got like 4 or 5 matches together and struck them all at the same time. Nearly burnt my ear off. Very dangerous. Turkish hairdressers. Very, very good indeed. So I went over to my mate's house to water his plants. He has got someone going around there at the moment, but I went to kind of check them out. And actually, I think they're all right. I did go around and water them all. At which point I was aware of flies constantly attacking me and landing on me. And I've got a bite on my leg. Would you like to see my bites? Would you like to see my bite? I've got a bite on my leg. Where is it now? Here it is, look. Can you see that? Can you see that or not? It's there. There, you can see that little red mark there. So I've got... Oh, so difficult putting your legs up so high these days. Yes, I've got a bite on my leg. So I've been attacked left, right and centre by these flies in his garden. So I watered the front. Then I couldn't find the key to the back door. I found it eventually. Went out the back. And he's got like these double doors out the back. Right? So I opened the lock. It wouldn't open. I thought, well, why won't that open? I'm up and down with the handle. I'm up and down. And it occurred to me, maybe you have to open the other one first. And that was indeed the case. So I opened that door and miraculously, they both opened like that. I mean, if he had a bit of money, no doubt he'd have automatic doors. Like they do on Star Trek, don't they? Whoosh, whoosh, like that. Star Trek type doors. That's what we want. Went out the back, checked those. A couple of, I must say, I think a couple of the plants looked a little bit dry. But I don't know if that's just because it was so hot. Anyway, I went round and watered them all. And then I had to pick up some shirts. But I forgot to leave the money for the shirts. Ron knows someone who does ironing. So she's been doing the ironing. Although I'm going to give that job to my sister now. Because, you know, keep it in the family type thing. You keep the money going around the same circle, you see what I mean? So I'm going to give that job to my sister now because she wants to do those. So I was supposed to leave £15 for these shirts. Ron suggested I leave 20 because she's had to wait for her money because she dropped them off on Monday and of course I wasn't there Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 6 days have passed. So I thought, well, I'll leave her 20. I'd forgotten to take the money up. Oh, Christ, I thought to myself. Also, Ron's got this soaker hose. Now, so you've got a normal hose with a jet thing on it. Psh, 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 psh. Not automatic. Not automatic. You go to each plant. Psh, psh. The automatic ones you use for lawns. Well, we don't water the lawn. I don't water the lawn. I don't think he does either. But those, you know, you go around the individual plants. Psh, 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 and he has got a really nice garden. I've got to tell you that. There's a lot more flowers than I've got because he's south-facing. I'm not south-facing here. So, yeah, I get flowers, but nowhere near as many as he gets. And it's all looking rather marvellous. And I turned the soaker hose on. When I went out the back, I'd done the front first psh, 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 with the hose. And then I turned the hose off there and then turned the soaker hose on. So it just goes out like... It's like a plastic thing with millions of tiny little holes in it, okay? And it literally, the water just seeps out slowly. And in the back garden, there's no hose out there. So we use a watering can to go around, which takes some time, but that's how it is. So I realised I'd forgotten my money. Oh, Christ. So I thought, well, I'll have to go back and get them, because the lady's waiting for her money. She's done the job. She must be paid. I'm very good with that. If you ever do a job for me, I will, pay you before you've even done... Well, no, I won't pay you before I've even done the job, but very soon afterwards. I don't understand people that want to make people wait for their money order. That's just wrong, isn't it? Don't you think? It's wrong. So when a job's done, I like to pay someone immediately. So I thought, well, I'll come home. What I do is I'll come home and put some roast potatoes in the oven. I say roast potatoes, Slimming World roast potatoes. These are not exactly the same as roast potatoes in that you haven't dipped them in about 10 gallons of fat. So I came back home, chopped up a few potatoes. Actually, this is the second lot of potatoes. I had 2 lots of potatoes yesterday. Naughty. Well, it's not really, because potatoes are a free food with Slimming World. You can eat as many as you want as long as you don't shove them in oil or butter or anything like that. So this is how to do Slimming World roast potatoes. You get your potatoes, you chop them up, either large, I like small ones, almost like, what are they called? Like those chips, but they're almost the size of sauté potatoes, but not, perhaps a little bit bigger than that. Chop those up, put them on a metal plate thing, for the oven, and then you spray them with fry light. Psst, 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 psst. You don't need to spray them much. I'll probably spray them about 8-10 times, something like that. Psst, psst, psst. And then you put them in the oven, about 180, 200 centigrade, and you just leave them. So I put those in the oven and I left immediately to go back up to my mate's house with my little £20 in an envelope with a little note on it. So I got to the house. I thought, where's all that water coming? I'd left the soaker hose on. What a good job I'd gone back up there. Otherwise, that would have been on for the week. Mind you, it would have attracted all the wildlife, wouldn't it? All the birds and that would have come down if they seen a little bit of water. Because they're desperate for water. Leave a little bowl of water out for birds and other wildlife. So I turned off the soaker hose, went in, got me bits and pieces, my shirts, left the money, and came home again. I saw 3 of his cats, I think. He's got 4 cats. I saw Lauren. She's the only female, and she's ultra friendly. And when she saw me, she started meowing. It's like she was lonely. She was sitting out the back. Sitting out the back, and she saw me because she's a people's cat. She needs people around her, and she hasn't had anyone all week. So she has the other lad who waters the garden, I suppose. He would have given her a bit of fuss. I don't know him, so I gave her a bit of fuss. Ralph was there. I know you shouldn't have favourites, but Ralph is my favourite. He's like the boy, the lad. He's the lad. The way he walks around like he owns the place, and he's like grey and black, beautiful. And I saw Louis. Louis is one of the gingers, and there's another ginger called Vuitton, but I didn't see him anywhere. So I saw his 3 cats. Then I came home, had my dinner, watched a little bit of television. Poldark, I've watched the first bit of Poldark, where Poldark has been challenged to a duel. Oh, yes, guns are going to come out. What's all that about, having a duel? They still do it now, but not with... Well, no, they use bags of acid now in London. They both have a bag of acid. They turn away, they walk 3 steps, and one throws a bag of acid at the other. Generally, they both get each other with acid. It's not like guns. Guns are much safer. Watch that, come to bed. And Martin, who is my sister's husband, and my sister, and my nephew Gary... My nephew Gary... I've spent some time yesterday, a few hours yesterday, at my caravan, where I'll be off to tonight after work up in Lincolnshire, and doing a little bit of work there. I have a skylight that had a crack in it. Now, I looked this up on the internet to buy a new skylight, just this bit of plastic, right? £65, dear. £65 for a bit of plastic it was. But my nephew said, no, you can repair that. And they've got some sort of fiberglass. He said it was like a fiberglass. Now, I'm not quite exactly sure what it is. But it sounded to me like it was, I thought it was some sort of tape that you put over the crack and that's it. No, I think they might have mixed something up and they put it on the plastic thing and it sets and it's probably, harder than the actual plastic thing. So that's fixed because we don't want the water to come in when it's raining. Martin put in my air conditioning unit in the bedroom. So that's got, he had to put a hole in the side of the caravan and put the pipe out there. And my sister and my nephew were painting the veranda, which is a bit rotten, to be honest. We might have to replace that whole thing next year. But it's only bits of wood. And besides, I might do something extra onto the side of the caravan. I haven't decided what I want to do there. And there's nothing that I need to do. But if I do something else to the side of the caravan, I might not need to replace the veranda, you see. It's like a fence. The bit you walk on is fine. That's kind of protected by they've got the AstroTurf down right along, which actually I have to say, I'm not a fan of plastic plants, but that looks really good. This AstroTurf on the top of the veranda looks really good, and that's kind of protected the wood below it, I assume. But the railing around it isn't. I mean, I had visions of my sister leaning back and just going. Hopefully, we will video that moment if it happens. So that was all done yesterday, and I'm eternally grateful to my sister and her husband and my nephew for doing that. There's a little bit more work to do next week. A bathroom heater needs to be installed because there's no heater in the bathroom, and that oh, dear me, that will be cold. So I've got a Dimplex, pull cord heater to go on the wall there. He's going to do that. That arrived yesterday, and a mosquito curtain for the other door. Although I might have a go at doing that myself, but DIY is not my thing. And usually, I mean, what will happen is that I'll try and install the new mosquito net. I'll probably try and install that and then end up having to order another one for someone else to install because I've done it or because I've mucked it up so badly. That generally is what happens. So there we are. Now, there is a video of that, what they did yesterday, although they appeared to spend most of the time sitting in my living room on my lovely leather sofa eating ice creams. There is a video of that. If you want to watch that, go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. All right, facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. And just underneath this post, today's show, you should find a link to Martin's video that they did yesterday of the repairs on the caravan. It's about 35 minutes long. All right, so that's where it is. Got up this morning, watered my plants. Endless watering going on at the moment. Because, of course, my neighbour is doing a little bit of watering for me, which I appreciate. But really, the whole lot just takes some time. You can't expect your neighbour to do the whole lot of plants. It does take about 30 minutes at the moment to go round with a watering can and do everything. It really does. So they're all done this morning. A few more to do. And here we are chatting. So good morning. That's my day so far. Let's say hello to some of you. Let's start off on YouTube today for a change, shall we? Good morning to Paul Mosley. Good morning, Paul, in Birmingham. Oh, can I just blow my nose? 1 minute now. Morning, Paul. Hello to Claire, who asks Paul, have you chosen the day for your caravan break in Lincolnshire? These people seem to be under the impression that if they get a message in first, there's some sort of prize, and there's no prize. There's no prize, I'm afraid. Certainly not a day trip to Lincolnshire in my caravan. We're having people stay there, thank you very much. Good morning, Joanna. Hello. Hello to Robert, who says, my brother owns a flight sin business. What's that, a flight sin business? I don't know what that is. Good morning, Robert. Are you going to sponsor me so I can live there? States are driving me crazy. No, I'm not. Robert says, Trump has mentally separated most of the country. I don't let him get to me. I think that's the same in the whole world, to be honest, Robert. I think there are big, big divisions opening up in society now. I blame a lot of it to do with Facebook and the Twitter and all that. People are just shouting at each other all the time. It used to be, years ago, that if you had some sort of competition, whether it was a football match or a general election, Whoever lost, it was like, oh, well, we've lost. Oh, well, let's just get on with it. Not anymore. They start going on marches and screaming and shouting at each other on Twitter and Facebook. It's awful. The world is an awful place now. I'm sorry, I think it is. I think it's dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. This never used to happen. They are screaming and shouting, and all these little groups appearing everywhere. Hundreds and hundreds of little groups all want to be heard. Strange world we're living in now, it really is. Hello to Piper Salim. Good morning to you. Claire went to an open-air play at Claremont Landscape Garden last night. That sounds lovely. By an all-male company. Thought of you, Chris. The male and female leads were played by two stunningly looking guys. A female played by a woman, but a female played by a man. Oh, you'll have the women's lib out for that one. Oh, my God, they'll be out for that one. What are they called? The women's... Oh, I can't remember what that group of ladies are called. The gender equality people. Oh, they'll be up in arms over that one. Oh, why is there a man playing a women's part? That's wrong, that is. It should be a woman. They'll all be out. That'll be in the papers, that one, Claire. You know it will. Claire says the love scenes were wonderful. Oh, I see a lot of those on various videos, Claire. Don't worry about that, my love. It was The Tempest by Shakespeare. Oh, you haven't gone to see Shakespeare, have you, Claire? I mean, how can you work out what it all means? It's just, I mean, I find it easier following a Chinese television programme than it is understanding Shakespeare. I don't get it. Well, I used to sit there at school at English literature lessons with Mr... Can't remember who did the English literature. And okay, we're doing Shakespeare. And hold on. Oh. And I'd be sitting there. There'd be people reading passages. I wouldn't have a clue what was going on in this Shakespeare. Oh, no, dear. Give me an Enid Blyton novel any day of the week. I'll tell you that now. Claire says, I couldn't understand a lot of it, but it didn't matter. Fantastic evening. Oh, you just went for the eye candy, did you, Claire? Is that why you watched me in the morning? Is it the eye candy that you're after? Eh? Morning, Darren. I have aircon now. That's right, Darren. I've got aircon. Are you one of Martin's crowd, are you? Darren, I have air conditioning in my just in the bedroom in my caravan now, which is great. Paul says, when are you back at Hotel Baghdad, Chris? Tomorrow. Good morning to Tim Webb, who's watching in sunny Guernsey this morning. Good morning, Tim. Somewhere where I've never been, Guernsey. I've known a few people there is it Alderney? Is Alderney part of Guernsey? I'm not sure. Okay, over on Facebook Live. Good morning, Shania on the Isle of Wight. Morning, Shania. Adam the plumber. Adrian's there. Craig Watson. Good morning, Craig. Shirley Deal. Hello, Shirley. Lovely Diane Jebb's there. Julian Clark. Hi, Julian. Ron is there. There we are. Chris's co-host. Co-host. We don't do co-hosts. Can you see anyone sitting here? There's only me and the flamingo. There's me and the flamingo might be coming with me to Lincolnshire. I haven't decided yet because we need a few little bits behind us and that, don't we? Eh? I'm hoping to be with you tomorrow morning, incidentally, live from Lincolnshire, okay? Hopefully tomorrow morning, round about the same time, all right? Hopefully that'll all be set up and be able to do some stuff there. Good morning to Gary Butler. There's my nephew. He must be tired. You must be tired doing all that painting yesterday. Ronnie is indeed in Turkey, staying at a luxury villa on 2 devices. Can you get any more devices? Can Elliot and everyone else and your dad and who's the other boy? Or is it a girl? Elliot and I can't remember the other boy's name now. I've met them both. Is it Archie? Or is that another one? Oh, there's so many children all over the place. Good morning to John True. Good morning, John. Hope you and your little family are all right, John. Welcome along. Hello to Colin, who was probably out dancing on Saturday night to the excellent DJ Jeff. DJ Jeff down the city of Quebec. Andy, good morning. Juju Boucher can't be with you tonight for my song today, please. Oh, right, okay. I haven't asked for songs yet, have I? Now, we've got a music and chat show coming up. That's at 10 o'clock, boys and girls. Reachonair.com, which is where I play you a few records. and do a little bit of chat as well. Judy Belcher. And I usually ask you for requests at this point, which I haven't done yet. Can't be with you tonight. Hang on. With you tonight. Who's that for? Andy. All right. So, if you've got a request, send it through now. I can only take the first 6 or 7. All right. There's only time for about 6 or 7 requests. For something you want played on my music and chat show at 10 o'clock, reachonair.com is where you'll find that. You'll go to there, click listen live, and it will burst into life. And I say 10 o'clock, it's about 2 minutes past 10 I start, okay? Morning to Ray Reynolds International. Morning, Ray. Hello to Ben. Adrian says, have you lost... I hope you lock your door in your car as well. Well, when I'm going through London, certainly do. That central locking comes on when I get to Richmond, mate. That's a dodgy old place, London. The sooner I'm out of there, the better, I tell you that now. I only go there for work. It's the only reason I go to London. Dreadful place. Absolutely ghastly. I love the job there. I love working at the place I work there at Central Station. That's the only job I do now, Central Station. And I'm there for as long as they want me. You know, eventually that will come to an end. All these entertainment jobs, eventually people want something different, you know. And you never know how long they'll last. Might last 2 weeks, might last 20 years. You just never know. But all entertainment jobs eventually come to the end, so I'm there as long as they want me. And then once that one's finished, that'll be it. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Right, let's just flick across the other computer. Where are we? Oh! Yeah, look, Ronnie had an accident with a black taxi. It crashed into me on Shaftesbury Avenue in central London. Well, that was probably your fault. I bet you pulled out in front of it, didn't you? I bet it was your fault. How can you have so many accidents and none of them are your fault? Think about that one, thank you. Yes. Morning, Danny. Morning, Martin O'Neill. It says, is there not a hosepipe ban near you, as there is up north here in Birkenhead? I had a letter from the water board telling me. No hosepipe ban here yet. Advice, well, I mean, it's a hosepipe ban and a hosepipe ban. I get a hosepipe ban, I think, is generally for sprinklers. We certainly don't use sprinklers at all. Hosepipe, well, I mean, you don't really use more water with a hosepipe, I don't think, if you're using that, you know, that thing, I don't know what it's called, like a sprayer thing. And you push a handle when water comes out, and you let the handle go and the water stops. It's exactly the same as using a watering can, isn't it? I would imagine. Good morning to Roy Brownlow. There's no key rings. Only this fried chocolate cream, and you're not having that, mate. Not having that. Hello to Christina. Is it too late for a song? What do you want? Needs Moon on Monday. I've never heard of that. Can we choose popular songs, please? I've never heard of that. Christina. Needs... No, I'm not... No. Choose something that everyone knows, Christina. Never heard of that. You know, something like, I don't know, ABBA, The Winner Takes It All, or The Spinners, Working My Way Back to You, Babe, or Calvin Harris, anything like that. People keep choosing songs people know and then have a blooming job finding them. So what was the one last week someone asked for? I can't remember. I found a dreadful copy of that. It was awful. Can we have songs? Here you go. Look, there you go, Christina. Diane Jebb. This time I know it's for real. This time I know it's for... That's a good one to start with, actually. No, it's for real. I tell you what, Diane, I think I've got the extended version of that one, because that's an excellent song to start with. I'll load that in now, so that I'm going to start with that one. Donna Summer. One moment, please. Yes, I have. Look, it's the big 12-inch mix. That's the one. We'll start with that one. Thank you, Diane. Where are we going now? Let's have a look there. Brown-Eyed Girl. Excellent, Gary. Gary Butler. Brown-Eyed Girl. This will all come up between 10 and 11 o'clock this morning. Reachonair.com for these requests, okay? New Moon on Monday, Duran Duran. That rings a bit more of a bell. Still don't really know it. Good morning to John True, who says the family's getting there. Managed, unfortunately. I'm sorry, John. I'm really sorry, John. Oh, you're going through it now, aren't you? There's a lot of us have been through that, John. I was married once. It's just. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry, John. Onwards and upwards, mate. Onwards and upwards. Really sorry to hear that, John. Martin O'Neill, Ed Sheeran, perfect. Yep, okay. Martin O'Neill, perfect. Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran. Sheeran. Adrian was cruising in the park with Jim. What's this new moon? I'll have a look at it for you. All right, Christine Ewing. Nothing to do with Dallas, I'm afraid, boys and girls. Those of you that are Dallas fans and are getting excited. New moon on Monday, is it? New moon on Monday. Moon on Monday. How many we got now? Duran. I've got your one, Gary. Brown-eyed girl. My ding-a-ling. Really? Oh, that's just so long. Roy, my ding-a-ling. My ding-a-ling. I want you to play with my ding-a-ling. Roy Brownlow. My ding-a-ling. Right, okay. No more requests, gang. Let's have a look on there. Thompson twins. Yes, Paul. Let me think. Hold Me Now or Doctor? Paul Morsley. Thompson twins. Any others on there? Joanna, Go Your Own Way. Excellent song, Joanna. Oh, this is a lot of requests. I won't have time to talk, dear. Oops, wrong name. Joanna. Go Your Own Way. By the Fleetwood Mac. Morning Song. Oh, okay. I know that one. Isn't that all violins, that one? I think it is Claire. Claire's got the classical piece. Anyone got a Barry Manilow song for me? Someone give me a Barry Manilow song, because we do a Manilow one at around about 10:15, don't we? Peer Gint Sweet. I know that one. Morning Song. Da, 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 da. It's that one, isn't it? I'm sure that's the one. Oh, beautiful song by Greg or Greg. Nothing to do with the bakers. Do you like a Greg sausage roll? Do you, Claire? Claire reckons definitely eye candy is the male lead in Podok. Yeah, and it's all about beauty is in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? Because I don't fancy him at all. That Podok, but he looks like he needs a bloody good haircut. I can't stand men with long hair. Oh, there's, like I say, up at the swimming pool, as I said to you right at the beginning of the show, the atmosphere at night is very, very different. It seems to consist of a lot of middle-aged fat blokes who go in the gym, lift a few weights, and then go and sit in the steam room. And they got these buns in the hair and like long hair. Oh, for Christ's sake, go and have a wash. Oh, it's completely different altogether. Excellent, John. I write the songs. Love that one. Excellent one. I write the songs. John, I don't know what you do on a Monday or a Friday, but you're welcome to come down to the karaoke. Now, it is a gay place, but they're not all gay in there. Everyone's welcome. You might like it in there. You'll be all right. No one to touch. I know it's a little bit... If you don't go into gay places, some people go into gay places. Oh, everyone's going to touch me. Listen, mate, if everyone was touching me, I'd be in there working every night. I haven't been touched for ages, John. No one's touching. No one's touching. So you're always welcome to come down there on a Monday or a Friday night. It's not late tonight. It's 7:30 till 11 o'clock. If you want to come down and just be among people, I can sit you with Maureen. Maureen would be happy to sit there and talk to you. And Mary, if she comes, I don't know if Mary will be along tonight or not. You can sit with Ray Reynolds, he'll chat to you. You might like that, John, all right, if you ever want to come down. Good, so we've got I Write the Songs. Oh, sorry, Martin, too late with yours. Can you tell me at the beginning of next week's show on Monday, and I'll pull that one out, all right, mate? And that'll be excellent. Adrian, What was the name of the George Michael song where he got caught cottaging? Outside. Outside it is. Outside. Is that where the urinals turn around and the mirror ball drops down? It is, isn't it? Oh, what a loss, George Michael. I think he killed himself, don't you? There was an article actually in the paper yesterday which the family was saying that the boyfriend said that he killed himself, and the family saying no, he didn't. I think he did. I think it was just manically depressed. It's a terrible, terrible thing, depression. It really is. Awful thing. Some people get through it, some people don't. They can never get out of it again. You know, all that fame and fortune, and it's not enough. It's not enough. Terrible for some people, it really is. Anarchy in the UK, Barry Manilow. There's no such thing. All right, so we've got our songs ready, haven't it? Blimey, there's loads here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, well, we might squeeze them all in. But I won't be doing much talking today. Just playing your blooming records, won't I? Eh? Okay, then. Just a couple of news stories for you today. Now, I don't know what... I always fly British Airways. I'm just a bit funny. Morning, Stephen Murray. Hope you're well, Stephen. I know why. I always... Oh, hang on a minute. We haven't done our text messages. Text messages coming in. There you are. There's Maureen. Maureen's with us today. Good morning, Maureen. See you tonight. I got your new song. All right, Maur. Got your new song there. Hang on a minute. Let's just... Oh, actually, now Maureen's text us. I will remember to take the phone with me to Lincolnshire tonight, so that you can do your text messages when we do the show, hopefully tomorrow morning. Okay, let's put that there. So hopefully you'll be able to text in as well. Now, I don't know about you, I always fly with British Airways, and I can't understand. This has never happened to me. Now, this is in this morning's Super Soar Away The Sun. Steve, come and see Maureen. When are you coming for a sing-song? How's it going for you, Steve? On a scale from 1 to 10, how are you, Steve? All right, how are you? Stop leg overs. This is in this morning's Sun, and I can't understand why I've never been offered anything like this. A British Airways manager has been suspended after he was accused of selling sex. After he was accused of selling between flights across the world. This is in the Sun this morning. A Sun investigation found that the this is difficult to believe, isn't it? The high flyer was running a lucrative sideline as an escort and porn star. The boss charged up to £800 for an overnight... 800 quid for £800 for an overnight stay. He advertised online, basing bookings around his flight rota and urging clients to book him during stopovers. He also showed off dozens of photos of BA's jets on social media. The manager cannot be named for legal reasons. Oh, what a shame. We want to see who this playboy is. A whistleblower. Woo! Oh, do you know I found 2 whistles downstairs? Woo! I might go around the campsite tomorrow night just for a laugh, blowing the whistles and see how many people can upset. A whistleblower told The Sun he had brought shame to the airline. That's brought shame to the airline. Shame to the airline known as British Airways has been bought by their chief executive, who does nothing but cut costs all the time. It's in a terrible state, British Airways now. Awful. The people that come up to me and say, oh, we flew British Airways and we don't like it anymore because they cut out the meals and they cut this and they cut that and now you've got to pay with that. Do you know, if you go on a British Airways flight, if you do a business flight, like I save up the money and I do the business flight, if you want to choose your seat, that's 120 quid extra. Even after you've paid for the business flight. It's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Every little thing they want to charge for. And that's because the body who runs that place now has come from a economy airline in Spain. A cut price airline, like Ryanair, but in Spain. That's who's running British Airways now. No wonder they cut left, right and centre. I've got British Airways cabin crew telling me that next time I fly to go Virgin, that's what they're telling me. Next time I was to fly business class, to go Virgin, because it's really that different now. Shocking. But I never came across this bloke. He's bringing the airline into disrepute and should be ashamed of his behaviour. Well, why haven't I ever been offered anything like this? Mind you, I wouldn't spend £800 for any of that. Would you? Would you spend £800? Depends who it is, I suppose. I expect a lot of you'd like to offer me a lot of money for something like that, wouldn't you? Go on, be honest. He could also be at risk of blackmail from a punter, causing a potential security risk or a threat over the release of sensitive information over BA and its passengers. BA suspended the manager, then grounded him until further notice. Oh, you spoil sports. Spoil sports. I bet it's run by millennials. Was it a millennial? Was it a millennial? I've decided at the karaoke we're going to get an alarm. We're going to get an alarm. So whenever a millennial request comes in, an alarm. Millennial alert! Millennial alert! Me. At which point, all jokes and all humour must be stopped immediately in case they're offended. Pathetic. A spokesman said, "We have removed a member of cabin crew from duty pending further investigation. We expect all our staff to maintain the highest level standards and levels of professionalism at all times." Well, what a shame you don't include your chief executive on that, while he spends his time thinking of other ways to cut costs. Oh, would you like to come on our plane? Yes. Oh, you want a seat? That's another £50, please. It'll be like that eventually, if you want a seat on there. Good morning to Russ, Philip, Vernon. Good morning, Russ. Welcome to you. Okie doke, boys and girls. I've got to get ready for my show now. Kinga says, the luck of this one. They make billions in profit and still want more. That's right, Kinga. It's outrageous. And especially when you save up for that expensive seat and you want to choose the seat, after paying £2,000 for a seat. Oh, you want to choose it? That's another £150, please. Nah, that's wrong. That's wrong. When you pay for a premium, you just expect it all to be included, don't you? It's outrageous. It is really outrageous. John says, is that your real bonking looking face? I don't know. I've never filmed myself, John. Unlike you, you've probably got the camera on all the time, have you, mate? Uploading dirty little photographs of yourself, are you naughty man? Alrighty, let's do today's birthdays and then I must get ready for my music and chat show at 12 o'clock. At 10 o'clock. You can find that at reachonair.com, okay? 10 o'clock in 15 minutes, reachonair.com. Happy birthday today to the lovely Laura Kane, one of my old Black Cap customers. You're right, darling. 46 years old today. Happy birthday, Laura. She drew a lovely picture of me, actually. Oh, Claire drew a picture of me. Claire drew a picture of me as well. Do you want to see it? I haven't... Oh, just dropping all my gear here. Hang on a minute. Not gear as in drugs. I just want to point that out. Gear as in mobile phone. Let me see if I can show you this picture. I'll have to show it to you on the phone. Oh, there's some other pictures on here of my mate and his other half he was wearing one of those mankinis yesterday for some strange reason. Right, what do you think of it now? The picture may switch itself. Here we are. Look, Claire drew that. Isn't that? Oh, that's going to switch itself around. Oh, I'll hold it to the side like that. Does that work? No. Does that work? Oh, I'll try and hold it to the side. Yeah, look. Claire drew that. Isn't it good? She's got some sort of, when you have a exhibition going on, and she drew a picture of me. It's very talented, some people, what they can do, isn't it? I've always said, everyone's got a talent. Everyone's got a talent. You have to just find what it is. Mine is not DIY, let me tell you that now. That's why I have to get my brother-in-law and my nephew and my sister to do that work to the caravan. I wouldn't have a clue. If I'd have gone up to try and fix that skylight thing, it would have been worse than what it is if I'd left it alone completely. Anyway, happy birthday, Laura. Susan Hearn Porter is 46 years old today. Good morning, Susan. Happy birthday to you. Callum McKinnon. Good morning, Callum. Happy birthday to you on this Monday morning. Robert Dexter. Hello, Rob. 48 years old today for the lovely Robert. Jack Smedmore. Good morning, Jack. Hugh Henry. Hello, Hugh. Long time no see. Happy birthday to you. And the delightful Tom Easton, who I haven't seen for some years now. He used to collect the money on the door at the Black Cap. I think you put it all in the till, Tom. I think you put it all in the till. So happy birthday to you as well. Let's sing us a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, gang. Now that's really weird. On the Facebook messaging system has appeared a message from me of 3 laughing faces. I don't remember doing that. How did that appear there? Has someone got my password? Oh, I had to reset that the other day. Facebook told me that they thought someone near London was using my password. I had to reset it. Which means, and then of course, you log on another device and it's changed. Oh, what was it again? I can't remember what it was again. Anyway, that's all sorted. All right, time to go, gang. Tonight is karaoke. It's Monday karaoke tonight. There we are. Sorry, there we are. New start time, 7:30. That's at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Starts at 7:30 through until 11 o'clock. Do come and join us for a little bit of singing. Either sing yourself or come and watch all our wonderful people. Karaoke tonight and indeed every Monday. Central Station Bar, Wharfdale Road in King's Cross from 7:30. I must get ready now for my music and chat show. Join me at 10 o'clock in about 15 minutes' time. Reachonair.com. Thanks very much for watching and listening to the show today. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.